All right. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Whew. So after yesterday's reading, like I said, this morning I'm going to start off and we're going to read through the hidden seal, the hidden instructions from chapter 10. I'm still working on receiving the instructions and making sure everything is in order for you to receive the instructions tomorrow. So tomorrow you will have a post. It will premiere, okay? It will premiere so that you will be able to have, you know what to do in the coming weeks to be ready. So the instruction has led us to this impasse. Now the instruction's going to tell us how to get out of our situation, right?
Yes.
So we have come now. It is time to cross the Red Sea. Okay? It's time for us to now go in and begin the journey in the land. So let's take a look. Chapter 10. A wise son honors his father's judgments and commands even after his death. That's straightforward and to the point. So you see, I have to honor all of Solomon's judgments about every subject matter and topic. Every word of wisdom and every proverb I must obey. It is not optional. That's a wise son. A foolish son does not have any honor for anything or anyone, right? So it's time now we let our dishonorable sons go. There is no salvation for them. If they're not going to come, they're not going to build, and they're not going to adhere to this law, that's it. The Most High don't want them. He's going to kill them. Yeah. Stop praying about them. Only when they see his wrath may they change in seeing it. You might as well let the Most High get them and have a preparation, because after they taste the wrath of the Most High, they're not coming out with too much of anything. So it's the righteous prepare, the righteous get the wealth, the righteous in their service get the blessing. Let the wicked receive what they're supposed to receive. It is time now for us to abandon all hope of salvation, right? Salvation, you think now you're getting salvation from the destruction of the world. No. You're getting salvation from the wrath of the Most High, which is coming upon the world. So the Most High will place his salvation in a location and with a specific person to be distributed among the people who with him and help him. In this case, that's the son of Solomon, me. Hi, how are you doing? So now that salvation is with me as it was with Noah in the flood. I'm telling you what we have to do according to the rest of these instructions. The beautiful part is you get to read along, right? And see, this is really what Solomon said. And this young man in front of me has really done these things. It's not for the world to honor or glorify. I don't need fame. That is vanity. What I need is for the righteous to get up and come into the land, to the place where the Most High has shown me. So we're going to make our journey out of the Babylon system, out of the Western system, right? So you have to abandon your foolish sons and even some daughters.
Yes.
The world will suffer economic collapse. Okay? And money will be worthless. So while money, the US dollar, still has value, we're taking it now and we're going to what? Exchange it for resources, right? So the money is going to come. You're going to send some money. You're going to bring the rest that you can. Everything else will be silver and gold. And then we're going to make an exchange here. Okay? Don't come here and look for a whole lot of field trips and shopping and a lot of other foolishness. We do those things as needed. You're here to learn the culture. You're here to learn the lifestyle, and it's going to take an adjustment. It is a adjustment. Very slow, but very methodical adjustment. We're not going to live like Americans here. It's not going to be that way. So there's a cultural shift, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult, right? You're going to get homesick. You're going to ask why we got to do it this way. You're going to be frustrated in the process. But as you see the wrath of the Most High being poured out on everybody else, you're going to keep your mouth shut. You're going to keep working, knowing that if you say something crazy, the Most High's anger will be kindled against you. For the instruction from my son Rabishai, you will not die from the plagues Allah will provide you during the famine. So during the famine, we're not going to die from the plagues. And you're going to say, how do you know that? It's because we have a written promise. It's a contract. So with our written promise, I don't have to have fear of dying from the plagues. I have a written agreement as long as I stick to the script, follow the instructions, do things as I've been taught to do, and walk in it and work with the people I'm assigned to, I'll be fine. Okay? Allah will take the properties from the wicked. So you're going to lose your property, and you're going to lose your property anyway. So you're going to lose your property and get the money out from it, even if you sell it at a loss, or you're going to lose your property and you're not going to have anything to build with on this side. You're going to break a law in showing up empty-handed. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we're trying to teach prudence. Obedience is better than trying to make repentance and offer up sacrifices, because it costs 7 times as much. We went over that now in the wisdom of Solomon in the earlier verses. I think that was like class 2 or 3. Okay? So we're not here to keep making repentance because you don't know how to follow an instruction. You lose your sight or your understanding of how to follow an instruction, and you simply get removed from the congregation. The Most High is not playing with you neither. Obedience is better. This is what we do. This is how we do it. And we're going to do it moving forward. Poverty will bring a lazy man who doesn't work down to the grave. Poverty will bring a lazy man who doesn't work down to the grave. So, if you don't want to follow the Most High's instruction, the Most High is going to consider you lazy. Your laziness or your fear or whatever excuse you come up with for not doing this work now, the Most High says a good son does his work in summer. It's 1 month away. Literally, from tomorrow, it'll be 31 days. Summer will be here. 30 days, 30 days, 30, 30. Well, 31, because it's technically the first day, but you'll be here. I'm telling you now, you need to do this. Because when I say there's going to be economic collapse, unrest and upheaval, you better turn on the news or look around, look at international news, because I'm telling you, it's on the horizon now. Right? I saw an article today that said June 1st, the United States is talking about it'll be out of cash because people are pulling their monies out of the banks. So what you want to do, because you're scheduled to be here, estimated time June 2nd. However, the Most High may bring you into the land earlier. The moment Ali is ready, he's leaving, you have to have your situations sorted out. By then, once Ali leaves, you're just coming in behind him as you can. We still pick you up from the airport. It's a little bit different of a process, but if you're traveling with Ali, right, coming into the place, we have instructions. Okay? So those coming with Ali, you want to be out of there. You don't want to be there when your SSI checks don't come in. That's what it means when they say, we ain't got money. They not going to pay welfare. They not going to pay food stamps. They not going to pay the SSI check. Yeah. So you elders, your supports is going to get cut off.
Yep.
Right? With each bank that's collapsing, if you have retirement, when your bank collapses, your retirement go with it. Your 401ks. It'll be gone. It's waiting for your bank's name to come up and your money be gone. So I'm telling you these things for a reason. Not for no reason, for a reason. That you may have life, that you may have sustenance. And when you get here, we're going to discuss financial prudence and how the economics in the community work, because it's vastly different. We have to convert the funds, the monies from the U.S. That's why when you send the money to Ali, he has the conversion account to send the money out internationally so that you don't lose it. It won't lose its value. You gave him $1, it won't be $1 when you send it to him. It'll become another currency, something that's not fluctuating. Those who work hard and be strong to develop industries will become rich. So in coming out and doing the works that's necessary, you will become rich. You will become wealthy. We are building large family structures because we are developing large family industries. Okay? There's a lot of things that need to be developed because we're developing from the ground up. All right? The saying is, the son who works in summer is an intelligent son. And the son who was lazy during the harvest is a degenerate son. So, the son who works in summer to prepare for the harvest, to reap his harvest, this is an intelligent son. I told you, we have to be out here. Hi, I like to show my intelligence. I'm showing off right now.
Yes, sir.
You see it? Now you're supposed to love intelligence. He's right. He wants to do the Most High's work and prepare in summer because in fall there may be a war. Or there will be. Okay? Why wait to see a bomb and then try to hustle out like you got a way of escape from that country? You don't. He's right. He's an intelligent son. We need to follow him. Then a degenerate son. He waited till harvest and he's not working on what the Most High said work on and he dies. He's a degenerate. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what you're saying is so harsh. Don't you have sons? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm out here to do what the Most High says. Whatever happens with those sons and with that situation is on the Most High. He will have mercy on whom he will have mercy. And he will pour out his wrath upon whom he sees fit.
Yep.
My job is to get out of the way so that I can prepare for the righteous and for those who obtain mercy. If I go over there and try to shield them from the Most High, as if I'm doing the right thing, I'm in the wrong place, at the wrong time, doing the wrong thing, that which was commanded not to be done. And when I die and the son lives, he's still
I'll stay in that state.
going to stay in that degenerate state in the next place.
Yeah.
So the Most High may not kill him here. He'll kill him in another place.
Mm-hmm.
Fools are always ensnared by their own judgment. Simply give them over to their own judgment. That's it. There's a comma there. So a fool's judgment will lead them to the trap of the enemy.
Yep.
Give them over to it. You want to do this? Go. You want to stay here? Stay. I'm leaving, but all that I've prepared here, I have to get rid of it and I have to go and prepare another place in another country. You're welcome to come and obey the laws, statutes, and commands of the Most High over there under the king, and that'll be fine. If you want to stay here, you're on your own. Keep your own judgment, go your own way, you're on your own. I wonder why is it when people want to come out and serve the Most High, they want to come empty-handed when the Most High said, don't do that. They stored up all of this stuff, all of this wealth in the lands of their captivity, and when the Most High says, come, they always come with nothing. Oh, I just want to serve. Ah! The people of the Most High have a nation. That nation is going to require building, reorganizing of wealth, an exchange of wealth. They came out of Egypt with wealth. The wealth they built from the stuff they sold, and then they was leaving out with what they was leaving with. Mm-hmm. Then they borrowed as they left and brought that too. Then when they were crossing the Red Sea, they had time to stop and pick up gemstones because everything you come out with is for the reordering and restructuring of the nation. The silver and the gold is to make the crowns for the princes, for the sons. That's what the silver and gold is for. So everybody's giving it up, right? Yeah. Whatever isn't used gets redistributed because the bank is the community is the bank. Money doesn't go out like that. So we're not going to the mall so everybody can ball out of control. You don't even wear mall clothes. Am I telling the truth?
Yes, you are, sir.
You're going to come back. We're going to be dressing traditionally. After a guy gets 4 or 5 jalabias, he good for the year. He go wear those out. He got 4 or 5 jalabias some work clothes, some hard, tough denim, about 2 pairs of pants and a bunch of t-shirts, a jacket, a sweater, and this winter cloak. He's done. That's his whole wardrobe. Am I lying? You got your pure white jalabia for special occasions. You get your judge's cloak after you get some good sense. And that's it. Your mendil, your kippas, that's it. Couple of these jalabia pants, they just little light cotton pants to go underneath. And that's not expensive.
No.
That's what you're getting. Now the women is different, It's different. You got your wedding dresses, but you got your common dresses, your common wear. It's a difference. But the women will be maintained in season. You see? So we know women is always shopping, this, but we building right now, so you're going to be mostly wearing your farming and your work clothes because you're going to be farming, working. You're going to be writing. You're going to be studying. You're going to be changing. You're going to be getting organized. Some will work in the supermarket. Some going to work in the fields. Some going to work in the houses. The wise-hearted readily and willingly accept the command and do what is asked. That's the wise-hearted. You hear the command, you hear the instructions, and you just, we're going to go this way. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to see if we can make it. That's the wise-hearted. The one who walks and goes in perfection goes with help. So the righteous now, we're going to have to support each other. So there's another command where it says share your floors, right? So everybody is pretty much going to be sharing. We're going to be in a house share. We'll be sharing houses. Nobody's living in a whole house by themselves, right? It's too much work for one family and one person. The American-sized family anyway. It's too much. I'm here. I got upstairs, this one, that one. Yeah, I'm here. There's about 8 families in this thing. You got to share your floors. Okay? So we'll be sharing our floors. And we all have all the same things in common. You got rugs, you got living room, you got a little dresser, little TV, little 32-inch. We don't need no more than that. And we got, your little bedrooms, which is all the same. You got a bed, maybe a small dresser, and the big chest for your wardrobe. That is all. Okay? In the kitchen, we have the little kitchen tables, little chairs, and we eat on the floor though. We put down and we eat like in the traditional style because where we're going, this happens a lot. You're going to come into the Bedouin tradition. We'll be back after this and we'll finish up chapter 10 and we get started on chapter 11. All right. So continuing. All right. So the one who walks in perfection goes with help. So if you didn't see the word who there, don't worry about it. You can just write it in. And the instruction tells which person is required to complete the task. So you guys have been reading, and the truth is the people who complete certain tasks get certain names, titles, and assignments. And as you know, what's easy for that person to do, you know how sometimes you like, you have a natural gift for something.
Yes.
So if it's easy for this person to do, they just naturally good at it and they just do it. They've earned it.
Mm.
You understand? They've earned it. The one that does the thing that's commanded to do, they've earned it. So when I completed the 7 years, I'm in my 8th now, and in a few months, it'll be the beginning of the 9th. I have now earned everything. I've earned it. The world is on the brink of war. I am sitting in the place to redeem the people. And rather than people coming in, sending a little piece of money and hoping for something to come in and this and that and blah, 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 and rent some apartments, will come for a visit, none of that's happening. We're going to buy the land and we're going to buy the land. Everybody else, you're done. You're going to now see the problems that come with rebelling against the instruction of the Most High.
Mm.
Whew. The crooked person always gets exposed, produces troubles, and tries to twist up his words, cause confusion and strife, and will end up in jail and captured by his enemies. So, if you're in captivity, right? If you're remaining in captivity, not coming out to live under this law, buy back this land and do it, you're a crooked person. If you can't put away your white woman and the children that you bear with her, you're a crooked person.
Mm.
If you don't want to come out and build this kingdom, you're a crooked person. You're crooked.
Mm.
Not me. I put all into this, rain, sleet, snow, hail, sunshine, or otherwise. I continue. Wise people hear this instruction and do it with gladness. And they know the instruction is for the benefit of everyone who is righteous. It is not for the benefit of trying to preserve the son. You have hope that he will someday, somehow, miraculously change for the better. The son you call good, but he's not doing the law.
No. Mm-hmm.
So the Most High calls that son wicked. The son who's marrying the strange and the foreign woman, instead of coming here to marry a righteous sister who is working on her redemption.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all mad at me. You gonna send the whole nation for destruction. Well, as I'm reading you this, it is being recorded, right? As a witness against you. Your trial has begun. For all those who wish to be innocent of the guilt and not deserving of death, you're supposed to sell your things, get your money together, send it to Ali, and come. The information is in the link tree. You can contact the high priest there.
Yes.
It sits there in the comment section. It's permanent. It's down in the comment section. You can contact Ali whenever you're ready. But you're not going to be ready until you see the Most High's wrath. This is how it goes every single time.
Yes.
Those who lack sense are constantly committing criminal activity.
Mm.
You see? If you lack sense, you're going to constantly break this law and make excuses for why you break it. right? You're breaking the law because you're turning a blind eye to the wicked. You're not pushing them out. You're not pushing them away. You're not getting out to come out to the land to live among the righteous and build, right? You're not doing what the law says to do. You're not following the instructions. You're not gathering to the place where your leader is, right? There's a difference between what we're doing here and all the other false teachers. They all have religious places where you go in a few days or whatever you do, and you do all of this, and then you go to work for Pharaoh. You're not going to work for Pharaoh here. We own everything. You're working for us. We work for ourselves. We're not paying rent to the landlord. We are the landlord. This is our village. We will live in families with the grandmother, the father, the sons, the grandchildren, everybody growing up all in the same house together. Large multi-generational units. And when the grandchildren get married and bring the great-grands, you have all of them in the house. And everyone is watching over and growing together. So the people who commit criminal activity here, it says beat them with a rod. They get 39 lashes. We're merciful. It's supposed to be 40. We'll subtract 1. And then, or expel them. So you're not going to get beat and not get expelled. Okay? So if you get beat, you're going to stay. You did something minor. But if you do something to get expelled, you're going to be expelled. You're out of here. The instruction given to my son is to build cities, buy lands, and distribute them at the appointed time by birthright. Do not allow your neediness to ruin yourself. So your neediness, let's take a look at that. When you look at us as a people, right? Separate from all the other peoples of the nations, the scattered lost children of Israel. There's all of these problems in all these nations where they are. You need this and you need that. We need this and we need that. If we can get this, then we can fix this problem. If we can get that, we can fix this problem. We're waiting for somebody good or righteous to show up and then he can save us. We want this and we want that because we need this and we need that. You're dying because you're needy. Nobody helps the needy. So instead of being needy, we're going to take what we have and begin to build with it, following the lawful instruction. Buy land, buy cattle, grow food. See? Reestablish the order of governings according to this instruction. The work of the just leads to life and its preservation. The work of the just leads to life and its preservation. So if you're not following the just, you're going to death and destruction. That's you. That's you.
Excuse me, sir. With the neediness, is that part of the haughtiness character that would hate? The neediness we
No,
have today?
no.
Okay.
So Name some issues that you face in America being an African American.
Racism.
Racism.
Okay.
So you need racism to stop. What else? What's another problem?
Okay. Injustice.
Injustice. So you need justice.
Okay. Okay.
See,
Yes.
all of these needs that you need to have, that you need to solve, is solved within your law on your land that you possess, being governed the way the Most High says to be governed by a son of intelligence who will do it and exercise the law. He can't judge by his feelings. He don't judge by his stories. He don't judge by even what he sees. He judges by the law. The law is his eyes. He sees everything with it. Okay? We'll be back and we'll continue with the workbook. All right, so we're back. Wickedness of sin leads to death. So if you were to write that as an equation, wickedness is sin and it will kill you. It causes your death. The moment you hate chastisement, you go astray. So you get sick and tired of hearing you're wrong, you're going to go astray. I ain't wrong. I'm going to do what I want to do. Well, you're going astray now. Right? We have an entire kingdom to rebuild and restore. An entire kingdom. It's not going to be done in a day. It's not possible. It says, can a kingdom be built in a day? That's a question. It didn't say the kingdom will be built in a day. It's a question for you Isaiah folks. The kingdom cannot be built in a day. Okay? Not built. Can a kingdom be established in one day? Yes. The only requirements to establish a kingdom is possession of land, laws, customs, and traditions, and a king, a ruler over it. That's it. So you can have the beginnings of your kingdom in one day, because we are only one step away. Buy the land. Everything else has been worked out previously to you. So now we have to buy the land and live upon it. And there has to be enforcement of the law, customs, and traditions. So there's a learning process for you. Speaking and sharing rumors makes you a fool, because rumors are false testimony. So whoever shares a rumor with you will eventually end up, and I promise you this, committing the rest or some other sins that Solomon says that fools do, right? A fool, if he says a fool will sleep with another man's woman, what happened? It started with a rumor.
Wow.
Right? This guy, he's a rumor spreader. And since he can think he can see all the evil that everybody else is getting away with, he eventually will attempt to get away with the thing that he desires.
Wow.
Stolen water and secret bread. So once he becomes a fool, he's going to commit the fool's error and get himself expelled. This is how the Most High binds the wicked together so they can be put out together. See? A wicked woman is a wicked man's portion. So this woman can start out and she is presumed righteous because she's keeping the law. She has not committed any sin. However, we don't know what she's thinking. We don't know what's in her heart. She can be corrupting herself in secret. We don't know. We're just giving the benefit of the doubt because she has to commit the sin. The moment the fool passes by and the evil that she has in her heart and the evil that he has in his heart connect, there was a glance. Oh, something about him. Oh, I just feel. Yeah, the Most High is binding you together so that after you commit this sin, and you're going to do it, then it's going to come all flowing out with all its filth. We get to tie the wicked woman and the wicked man together and throw them out. They get to go back to wherever. Africa, I don't care where they want to go. They're out of here. Here's another point we read yesterday. No matter how long your excuse and explanation is, you still guilty and wrong. Be silent when you're guilty and accept the correction. So whatever judgment of instruction you have to do to correct your actions that's given from the leadership so that we don't have this problem, so that we can move forward, so that you can receive the blessing you were promised, it's better and it's good sense to just accept the instruction and remain silent. The wicked will not meet in the land. We will be getting attested to from a person from time to time, but the wicked is not coming. And that's a surefire sign that you know that they're wicked. They're not coming to meet us, join up in the land. It does not appear a righteous thing to do. They don't want to build from the ground up. They don't want to farm. They don't want to whatever. So the wicked will not meet in the land. The Most High has made this distasteful to them. It is an aversion to their eyes. It's an abominable thing. Give up my wicked wealth for righteousness and build from the ground up? Never. That's how we are. I'm telling you, you laughing. You think I'm lying? That's exactly how they see it.
That's why I'm laughing, because it's so true. It is the truth.
That's how they see it.
Sure do.
Okay? Am I lying? That's how they see it. To obtain this information and fulfill the requirements, it has costed me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay? I can care less about any nickel of it. Only thing I want is to get this kingdom up and running, because we have to get this thing started this summer. The collapse is happening right now. War is underway right now. Just before every war, there is a depression. Right? What happens in a depression? Everybody pull their money out the bank. Everybody start hoarding up stuff. Everybody start getting themselves together for shit hit the fan scenarios. Right? Everybody start picking the us and them side. Right? White people, oh no, we're not going to let these black people rise over us. White power. Black people, oh no, we bigger and stronger than them. We can beat them up. Black power.
This thing over there is a melting pot, so it's all kind of powers gonna be going.
And I'm telling you this right now. The righteous have no business getting involved in that.
That's right.
You were told to come out like Abraham, and now we have to build and rebuild Isaac's land, Abraham's land, we have to get it back. Now, we only entitled to Isaac's portion. Abraham's portion, we ain't got nothing to do with. The portion given to us by Isaac, we're supposed to be buying back those pieces. Right? So we're starting. That's why I'm discussing it with you. And to the wicked person that does come out, you came out because maybe your mama or your grandmama left and you ain't had nowhere else to go. I'm telling you right now, we can see that you have no desire to be here. And the moment you make that mistake and break the rules, you, the mama, the one that drugged this wicked one out, you're going to weep many tears. Because that one is going out. And if you love them that much, you can go out with them. I'm sorry, I'm just telling you what it is. It's time to accept, okay? Noah got on the ark and he waited 7 days for people to accept the instruction of the Most High. Okay? By the time I get this money, because you're going to send it, I know you righteous people are going to do it. And we're going to have all the money to buy the land, right? This month. You're going to send it, and we're going to have all the money to buy the land, and we're going to buy it. After the land is bought, it will only be 7 days, and then the first of the righteous will come in. And then we have a month of collecting, right? Because you come in the 10th month. So we'll have a month of collecting the rest and see who else comes. Right? So when you got 7 days of collecting, and then a month, right? And the first month of the summer is Gidon. Well, it used to be Tammuz. It is switched. We don't talk about Tammuz no more. He's finished. The month of Gidon. And then that month is 31 days. 7 and 31 is 38. Okay? When you add in a day before, right? And the day after, right? Because it don't close on that exact day, right? It's going to be 40. From the time we get the land, you're going to see it'll be 40. And then that's it. I promise you the doors will close. I don't have to worry about nobody else coming. I ain't gonna make no more YouTube videos. I'll be too busy working on the land with the righteous who will come in. And preparing for the wrath of the Most High, which is getting ready to be poured out. And you'll see it in full in the fall. And everybody will sit in shock and awe and go, how did he know?
You know, as I'm sitting here, I think about how it's so much. It's been spoken for years about, we are in the times of Noah. We in the times of Noah, to be just like Noah's time. And we pick and choose which variables of those times to stand on, to believe in, and not look at the whole picture. There was a word given. He was told, build the ark. The trees had to grow. He had to plant the trees. They had to grow. Give time to build for the ark. Then, 120 years, He was declaring to the people. Then the animals had to come. After once he built, he just sat there at the door. The animals came. Then they was given 7 more days. Still, nobody took heed. And no one really talk about how nobody took heed and what really happened to them. They died.
Now I'm telling you where the ark is. You're getting on the ark of the covenant. You're coming back into the covenant. If you don't want to get on, it's all right. Everything the sister said is 100% true. There is wisdom in it.
Hmm.
You don't recognize Noah? Don't worry. You'll see Noah when you're in trouble. There'll be salvation in one space, in one place. Everyone else will suffer. When the bombs fall, they will aim it at everything and everybody else. Nobody is aiming it at the farm.
That's the truth.
I promise.
That's the truth.
So we use just as in only weights and measures. Okay? So as we expand and grow, everything will be traded by weight. That's it. Weight for weight. Just weights and measures. So money is only for external community needs to bring in resources that we don't yet have. Just weights and measures. So we get food, it's just weights and measures. We swap and trade out pound for pound, kilo for kilo, just weights and measures. It doesn't fluctuate. Okay? In our store, we have to deal with the Jordanians according to how the Jordanians deal with themselves. And they have regular price, and then when they got a lot of something, they have their sales. It's agreed upon what the sales are, sales times, because everything comes in, and all the stores are all part of there's a council. So they all do pretty much the same things. Everybody's got their appointed day times of what they're doing. Right?
Yes, sir.
Just want you to know. It's not you can come in and lowball everybody and gather up all the business and consume it. No. There is a council and everybody's got their share and they try to rotate the people around so everybody can do business. Everybody's going to get a cut. But that's the supermarket. Right? And the supermarket is where we take our overflow and our excess and generate money to come back to the kingdom, where it is distributed among us. And it's distributed for saving, because we don't spend this among us at all. It's distributed. So when we call and we say, hey, the Most High has required this, this, and this, everybody give. The dedicated service of all our wealth, one pocket for us all in righteousness. Okay? Now, this is the beginning. This is how it is in the beginning. This changes as we get bigger, right? We're going to eventually need banks. But right now, we just need the righteous being righteous and doing righteously and being diligent over it, right? So in exchange for your personal needs being met, in exchange for receiving justice and peace, solace and sanctuary, we're all giving up our wealth to gain the wisdom, the cultures and traditions of our forefathers and live in it in the land of the living. By choice. You're choosing it. Robbers will be exiled. So you come over here, you start hustling and scheming and scamming, you're out. And I'm talking literally about this law. Hustling, scheming, scamming, you're out. Those with integrity will be kept and protected at all times. Those with integrity will be kept and protected. Continuing to walk in the instruction will continue to deliver you from the curses. So the moment you get on the plane, the moment you give the money and you're on your way, you're coming out of the curses. You're not a lost or forsaken people. You are in the land, coming to learn the service of your God and dwell in the land, doing what he says to do one day to the next day, because the Most High has daily instructions. That's why we're commanded to work on what he commands us to work on for 6 days and then rest on the seventh. See how that worked?
Yes, sir.
It's not what they thought it was.
Nope. That's the problem, their imagination.
This will also save you from the plagues and being faced with the punishment, the wrath of the Most High. The deceiver harms his friend with his words. That's what the deceiver does. When you say, what? They talk nice. That's harming you with words. It's putting you in the path of destruction, in the path, in the way of the Most High's anger. So they're deceiving you, saying, oh, this destruction is not coming like this. This brother is off. These brothers know what he's talking about. The Most High gonna come and save us in the rapture. None of that's happening. I promise you. The chariots is coming to get us.
Spaceships.
Y'all been seeing them in the sky. Apparently, you're so wicked they can't land. I suggest you go to the other chariot spot. They'll let you get on, and you can fly over here. And the other chariot spot is the airport.
Oh, goodness.
There is joy when the wicked dies. I'm telling you. We ain't gonna sit over here and mourn over the wicked and their deaths. It's forbidden. He who despises his friend lacks sense. So the moment you see a conflict between friends and one talks against the other with ill words and the other remains silent, the one who's talking lacks sense. This is a guy who's getting ready to commit a sin, and that sin will lead him to be exiled or expelled from the kingdom. Just telling you now. The man with understanding keeps quiet. Told you. I just said that. So 2 friends get into a dispute. One remains quiet. The other one talks very ill and very evil of the other one. The one that's talking crazy lacks sense. And the other one is a man of understanding. The informer reveals secrets. This is the same as with the rumor spreader, except for he's telling the truth. Faithful men do not reveal secrets. Now, this is not about you committing sins. So it's hide knowledge with you. This knowledge I'm sharing is for you and your salvation, for you to get out, for you to come. You see? We don't ask for bank information and banking details. I give you the international information to make the transfer. This only goes one way. You can't take out that way. You could put in. Okay? I give you the information and you go and take it and you make the transfer so that you have a preparation for you. Right? The faithful man doesn't reveal secrets. Why invite the wicked people when this is a righteous place? Our righteousness is not going to convert them from their wickedness. We're not inviting them in. They're not invited. They're not coming. And that's it. They out and they out. Why should we reveal the secrets? Because once we get inside, we're going to become pretty quiet. I mean, you have your internet, you have your phone, you got plenty of communication, but they're not going to understand.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question. For an example, if you overhear you are amongst people with a conversation talking about shedding the blood of an innocent person, how do you handle it? Do you warn the person? Now that we're going to have a bait den, do we come to the bait den and speak with the sages and judges? How do you handle a matter like that the correct way?
Okay. One, that conversation should probably never be heard among us.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
If you're hearing that, you know that person definitely is an outsider.
Okay.
Okay? So if it's an outsider, we put ourselves as a people on alert against these outsiders. Because there will be people who are not of us that will be working among us.
Okay.
There's hired hands. Okay? So if we have other peoples and they're contributing, then you can know.
Okay.
Okay? If it's of us, you immediately correct that person. Hey, listen, that's not right. But we still go back and put this person on alert. So we're going to talk amongst the elders. This was said that there's some ought between these two.
Okay.
You leave the matter alone, it will stop there.
Okay.
If it dies down and nothing happens, they just was angry in the moment, they took the correction, all is well. If some accident happens later, we have record of it.
Okay. Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay?
Okay.
We don't have to, another thing, we don't have to sit down and hypothesize imaginary ways that evil can happen. We don't. Because you have to deal with real life.
Yes, sir.
The imaginary way things happen is not what happens in real life. Okay? When a man and woman decide they want to be together, you can imagine a million ways. In real life, they really made this decision internally and then they just go forward with it.
Yes, sir.
Right? So you're going to learn to deal with real life situations. Whenever somebody is saying something a little wrong, you kind of want to catch them. Hey, well, not exactly like that.
Okay.
If you say that, it can come out wrong.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Not that you're ear hustling, but we're trying to keep things so that we don't build sin.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So everybody is going to be learning correction before they start giving correction. This is correction right now that I'm teaching.
Yes, sir.
So that's why I say learn to speak the sayings of Solomon, and this will stop you from speaking from your own casual conversation in which is laden with sin and sinful sayings.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna switch off the camera because you.
I probably talk till it cut itself off. Oh no! Yes! All right. We're back. Hold on, let me check my battery. I didn't check it. Yeah, I'm good. I got another clip on this battery. All right. So faithful men do not reveal secrets. So if I give a faithful man an instruction that's specifically for him and tell him don't reveal it to anyone, he's going to go do what I say do. He's not going to reveal it to anyone. Period. All right? Or if there's conversations and confidentiality, they're not going to reveal it. We're dealing with court cases. There's private matters that come up in court cases. Okay? You cannot divulge the secret. That's how you know a man is faithful. We're here to discuss this and deal with this situation. You're going to hear some private information. After the judgment is rendered and the situation has been made peaceful, we don't talk about this no more. Right? We don't discuss it. It's finished. It's closed. It's dead. It's as if it never happened. We don't revisit it. We don't keep bringing up the past after the judgment and restitution has been made. Unless you commit this sin the second time. Now there's no more repentance. You get your expulsion, you get your execution, or whatever it is at that time. So the faithful men keep secrets. The secrets of the court. Faithful men are always going to be ennobled. They'll become princes and judges, right? They'll become sages. Okay? Faithful men. Okay? So we're not talking about a faithful man, faithful to no woman. No. That's not a faithful man. That's a fool. A man is supposed to be faithful to the law of his God and to his service in it. That's a faithful man. So you see how Solomon said, take my wisdom, write it in a tablet, bind it on your finger, write it, because you write with your finger, right? He says, take it and hide it and keep the knowledge with you, right? That means I got to walk in it. I got to practice it. I got to be doing it. This shows my faithfulness to my Father. I've already gotten my experience and I'm experienced in the court. Not as experienced as I'd like to be, right? I've only got 8 years, so I want more, okay? More is going to come from development. It's not going to come from just sitting around and hearing cases. There is other levels of judgment that have to be obtained. And so, keeping the wisdom, keeping the knowledge, and hiding its secrets is faithfulness. So what do you mean, hiding its secrets? I hide it in my heart and I do it daily. And I don't care what anybody else is doing. This is my secret to success. See? This person over here is doing this, and this. They're not part of the community. I can mind my business. They're not part of the kingdom. They're not under my jurisdiction. They're not under the jurisdiction of the king. They're not on our land. Mind my business. It's not worth discussing or going over. Where there is no leader, a people collapse. Curses and captivity. So the children of Israel are in captivity because they lacked a leader. Period. Remember, it's written about how the children of Israel killed all of their prophets.
Yes.
And they killed all of their leaders.
Yes.
And then wicked leaders rose up and then they got thrown into captivity because those leaders were fooled. They lead you into captivity because the one the Most High chooses leads you out of captivity. You see? So all the leaders and all the leadership you've had up until me have all worked feverishly and fervently to keep you in captivity, right? They fought for breadcrumbs from the master's table, little ways to try to help you survive but stay in captivity. So now you've had no leaders. Now you have a leader who's leading out. I've already lived out, now I want you to come out as well. Deliverance is in obedience to the anointed. Rabbi Shay, hi, how are you doing? And the following counsel from the prophets of old. So the following counsel of the prophets of old, this is all the understandings from the prophets which you will gain in walking it out with me. So I've gained it in walking it out and studying it. You're going to get it the same way. Some stuff you're going to understand, other stuff you'll understand when you see how it works. Okay? After you fix the problem and following the instructions, you'll say, oh, well, this works like, oh, now I get it. So this goes like this. I thought it went over. Oh, it's different. Okay. That's how it works. We now will read many sayings, and I will explain the understanding of the rest here on YouTube. However, this is only to inform you that you may become aware of how each saying is applied, how it is unfolded to you, and use them for your own growth and development and the building of the kingdom, and to appoint kings and rulers, etc. You will need hands-on practical training. So you're going to have to come here and you're going to accept the mentorship. You're going to accept the guidance. You're going to accept the daily teachings. And you have to walk the process from the very beginning, completing each step and fulfilling each requirement to receive your reward. So is the way of recompense in both righteousness and sin. So there's a recompense for sin and there's a recompense for righteousness. You earned whatever you gotten from those decisions. The reward for righteousness is the possession of the land and the building of the kingdom until it's into its greatness. That's the reward. The wealth, the riches, all of that is promised, but it's promised in the process of doing. Meaning you're going to have to give, work, give, work, give, work, build, work, study, work, and building the kingdom. And at each step, you're going to see progress. And it's going to add years to your life. You're going to see the peace. You're going to actually see it. You're going to feel it. You're going to taste it. You're going to touch it. You're going to understand. However, you can work and receive the recompense for sin. Well, I don't believe them. I'm not ready to go out there yet. Oh, this happened to me. Okay, I know I should be going, but I'm not going to go right now because I got this and this and this to take care of and all these other things, and this happened to me. You're working the recompense to receive these afflictions because you know where you should be and what you should be doing, but you are reluctant to take the steps to do it. So you worked the work to receive the recompense for sin. Okay? Oh, I committed adultery with all of these women, and now finally one of their husbands, they shot me. You received the recompense for sin. Oh, I'm going out and I'm dating international and all these international women. And finally, they turned against me and now everything is being taken from me and my life is being destroyed. You are receiving the recompense for your sin. Because when the system collapses and things start going down, before you see the strangers, right? The people who the Most High doesn't know, when I say he doesn't know, meaning he doesn't have a covenant with them and they don't know him, before they start turning around, they're going to go into a us them and they're going to fight for their us to win. Everybody fights for their us.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to go to a us them. I'm not saying you won't win. Actually, it says you do. It says the wicked sons of Israel, they're going to go into this war and they're going to get their revenge. They will be victorious. But at what price? You're going to take heavy casualties because the wicked will die in the war.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you're going to have an us them. They're going to fight for their us. And you're going to fight for whatever it is you think you're fighting for. But remember, if you wicked, you may take one, may take out 1,000 and still die. You got your revenge. But at what cost? Where it says, for the righteous is reserved life, so the Most High gives those who want revenge, those who need to see the fall, those who, if you, these things you need, there is a place for that. You can hope to make it. I'm not holding out no hope for you. And when you say, how can you say you're not holding out no hope for me, and yet you're preparing? The instruction is to prepare. I have no hope for you personally, right? My instruction is to prepare, so I prepare. Whether you succeed and come or you fail, you succeed and die, it doesn't matter. Because I feel like succeeding and dying is failure. That's personal. And that's my opinion, because my opinion comes from my instruction. This is failure. Because the nations are also warring against each other. It's not all the nations against the black people. This is a sin of all the wicked versus all the wicked in a mishmash, hodgepodge, like Royal Rumble.
Wow.
Nobody is on nobody's side. This is why you can't fight in this war. The Most High has confounded the nations and the peoples. Everybody is really against everybody. I don't care what you think about is going on. Oh, the BRICS versus NATO. No. Everybody is working whichever angle, trying to be on the side of whoever they believe will come out on top. Trying to be against whoever they're against to bring them down any kind of way. There is no winner. Everybody has targets on everybody's back. I'm just telling you what the facts are. Because nobody wants to take the L. Nobody wants to take the L. I'm telling you this. Like, if you don't know, I'm telling you. That's war. It's not going to be like World War I and World War II. They were distinct sides. This is going to be, there's all types of factions. Everybody wants their land back. Everybody's going to do a land grab in this opportunity. Then when you get the land and you don't got proper resources, everybody's going to go looting everyone else, except here. Why? Because the Most High set salvation in a space. He set salvation with a teacher. He set salvation with a teaching. He set salvation with an instruction. So that finishes the book. So now we're going to come back and we're going to start chapters 11 and 12, and we're just going to deal with Solomon. Okay? We're just going to deal with Solomon. So we'll be back right after this.
And moving forward, that's all I can do. I can't do anything with my chastisement. I have to accept it and walk in my chastisement.
That's how it is. So in between the break, she was saying, how come she can accept her wicked mistakes and other people cannot? And I was like, the problem is success. Okay? She, like me, I have never had any true success, whether it was legal or illegal, in a wicked system. And the reason because is having any success in a wicked system means that I have become wicked. Right? Legal success is unlawful in a wicked system. Illegal success is unlawful in a wicked system. So if you're in a wicked system, whether you're legal or illegal, and you're succeeding, you're wicked. The Most High said, my people will suffer setback after setback for making wrong decisions or right decisions according to the wicked. They don't have any justice. Right? So you do something, you mean well, and all of a sudden it turns and it begins to come and work against you. You do something illegal, not right, and then it suddenly turns
Against you.
against you.
Yeah.
You have no success outside of the Most High's laws, covenants, traditions, and commands, which is why I'm calling to the righteous, because I myself cannot function in a wicked system. My only success is in this. I can't. The Most High chastises me like close. Like I don't get a shot. I don't get the opportunity. If I do something wrong, the moment I head that way, I mean,
The affliction coming out the woo-ha.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know. Really.
coming out the woodworks. I can't set my face to even look at the wicked path without being slapped.
Yep.
That's the difference. I was reserved for righteousness. Did I make some mistakes? Yeah. Did I commit some sins? Absolutely. Did I walk the wicked path? There's a time. But I received none of the rewards and no peace from walking in it.
Right.
Thereby, it was all stripped and taken from me, or I had to give up large portions and quantities of it and come out with what I could for the seed that the Most High would accept for the kingdom, and then I had to give all of that. And from that, it's priceless. All right, so chapter 11, let's get into it. Let's unpack it. We're going to unfold it, right? I don't break down scripts because they don't break. They don't. You break yourself on it. I don't break down scripts. They don't break. They are unbreakable. Okay? So I unfold them. This is wisdom. It's for building. So I have to unfold it to build up the building. All right? Who's reading chapter 11?
You want me to read, sis?
I guess so, because she's
Yeah.
trying to collect notes. Go ahead.
Okay. A deceitful balance is an abomination to Allah.
So, all this stock market stuff, your money worth this much today, and this is worth this much. But tomorrow is different. With all this, yesterday's price is not today's price. All of that is an abomination to Allah. And you can send that to Fat Joe. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. It's an abomination. Okay? That's why we're taking all of the money that we bring out and we're putting it into the land and into the possession, into the cattle, into the livestock. These things do not change in value here. The value is set and fixed. Even the dinar's value, it doesn't fluctuate. It is fixed. The dinar is the same dinar that Lot created. So we're going to take from what Lot has established lawfully, and we're going to build off of it. Okay? We have to design and create our own currency, paper money and coins, right? Using silver and gold, using paper to create the notes for larger amounts. But in creating this at a later time, we have to have the resources behind it. You're going to have your food industry in order. You're going to have your land possessions in order, right? Everybody is going to possess land. I say it again, everybody. But everybody is making the same exchange. You're going to have to give up your Babylonian money before it gets worthless to put it into the land. We're going to be land rich, food rich, cash. We're going to have something. It ain't going to be all gone, and we'll be collecting silver and gold in abundance here. Out there, you're going to be on your own. So we're going to be dealing with true weight. Continue to.
But in true weight is his pleasure.
So when we trade for 10 pounds of apples, we can get 10 pounds of oranges. You can get 10 pounds of rice. You can get 10 pounds of anything as long as it's equal weights and measure. When it comes to oil and water, the laws stipulate, okay? 10 gallons of water is equal to 1 gallon of oil. Equal weight. That's the weight. It's a tenth. The oil is, because of its density, it's a tenth more in value. So if you buy wine 10 gallons, you can get 10 gallons of oil, any kind of oil. So it's just weights and measures. I just want you to know that's what it is. That's what we do. That's what we're doing. So you're going to come here and you're going to learn that. We're not doing any westernized economy. We're not doing it. Okay? Continue.
Where willfulness enters, shame enters.
Where willfulness enters, meaning you got to do it your way, otherwise it ain't going to work. You will be put to shame. So, in coming here, you're going to have to follow the necessary steps or instructions. Delays that are not in your control, right? Say the bank is processing, it takes this amount of time. Say the contract is processing, it's in this amount of time, right? For you to come out with what you need, that is not within your control. That's a delay, okay? Somebody else doing something and not you because you don't want to accept what's being offered. That is different. So willfulness is, look, I don't want to come out until November. All right, you're going to be put to shame. I ain't coming out right now. I can't come out. Well, the most I didn't want to anyway. But continue.
But the humble have wisdom.
So those who can accept the correction and those who accept the instructions and legitimately walk in it, accepting delays, I'm getting out of here as soon as I can, and I'm trying to have something when I go, and I gotta do this, and whatever I got, when this time comes, that's what I got, and I'm out. That's humble. You accepting the losses when you have to take them. You're not abandoning property. You're selling it, even at a loss, pulling out what you can cash and leaving the rest and heading for the hills. Leaving the debt behind. The humble will have wisdom. Continue.
The integrity of the upright leaves them.
So the integrity of the upright leads them. You know what the instructions are, and regardless whether somebody's looking or nobody's looking, you are going to do that which is lawful and right and walk in the instructions. Right? What's the instruction for right now? Sell all your personal belongings, pack your bags, get ready to leave, and, get your visas, get your passports, get the visa stamps from the Jordanian embassy, and contact Ali to coordinate your leaving with him, or you're going to be leaving after him. You have to have the money to send, so we're going to have the property when you arrive. Okay? All the instructions will be delivered to you tomorrow.
But robbers are exiled and crushed.
So robbers, the people who can't get with the system that we work in here, they're going to be exiled and crushed, destroyed. Okay? If you don't get with the system here, you'll be exiled. If you can't get with the system in coming out, you're going to end up crushed in your exile because you're already exiled. That's how you got kicked out of the kingdom the last time. You don't know how to follow instructions. You're always trying to alter it because everybody want to be special. Everyone's so creative. Continue.
Deceit does not profit on the day of wrath. Oh,
So,
my goodness.
on the day of wrath, when you see your destruction coming, when all the problems hit, when everything falls apart, you'll see that you didn't profit anything. The money you kept, the house you held on to, it all becomes worthless in the day of wrath, which is what I said. So say you come out and you say you have this much, right? The Most High blesses you, you get rid of your property for $1 million. I like a nice round number. But you tell us, well, I only got 300,000. No problem. We accept what you say. Nobody's conducting any investigation, right? But you've already proven you have no integrity. You give the 100,000, right? You give the 100,000. You come out and you give the rest like that, and you say, "Well, I got the rest in the bank for myself." All right. Here's what happens. When the economy crashes, that dollar turns to nothing because you didn't convert it properly according to the instructions. And the place where you stuck it, it dried up. Then one day we'll hear you hollering from the window, "No! What happened? They took all my money." Well, we thought you gave the money for the building of the kingdom. You said you only had this amount. What they take from you? $50, $100, $1,000 or something? I had 700,000. Oh. So your deceit didn't profit you. Okay? We'll be back.
Yeah, it's big now, all right.
All right, we're back. Now, since we're talking about these unjust weights and measures, correct?
Yes.
So here's what I want to do. Okay? So we read about how to properly handle and keep money. So I'm going to read an article for you. Okay? This is breaking news. According to reports, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned that the United States may run out of money by June 1st and would be unable to pay its bills. If Congress does not raise or suspend the debt limit given the current projections, it is imperative that Congress act as soon as possible to increase or suspend the debt limit in the way that provides longer term certainty that the government will continue to make its payments. So, the United States saying it's run out of money. I'm telling you who this is going to affect. Those of you on welfare, those of you on food stamps, those of you who are collecting SSI or SSD. Okay? It's not the military budget. The military budget is suspended and allocated out. This will fall upon, other people. Okay? This also will affect like other nations and other countries that the US doesn't want to pay. So this is a problem. And they're warning this to be an issue by June 1st. Do you know when you're supposed to be here? By June 1st. You see? Now I said this, that the time for your coming will be June the 1st. I said this 3 months ago.
Sure did.
So if you get your money and get out here, you don't have to worry about the effects of the financial collapse that's getting ready to shake up the United States. Because this does not supposed to even happen on June the 1st. The government budget goes in October. So why is it shaking 6 months ahead in June? Why are we shaking now? It's May. May, June, July, October. 4 months ahead. May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months ahead. I was right. I just don't know my Gregorian months no more. I've been doing these lawful months. So now the financials is shaking. Another bank collapse. First Republic Bank. So you're just waiting for your bank to collapse. You're waiting for the financial system to collapse. Your idols of gold and silver, your idol of money, the Most High is tearing down. And either you come and put it into this system and we do what we're supposed to do here, or you take the wrath of the Most High with it. You're going to come do just weights and measures, or you're going to continue in unjust weights and measures over there. And I don't care. I'm telling you what the judgment is, and you can see whether or not I'm crazy. Well, I'll wait and see if it be that bad.
I was just about to say that.
All right. Save me the trouble, because I didn't want to have to mop you up anyway, because with that type of willfulness, you're only going to come over here and bring shame, and I got to enforce the judgment on you. Go ahead.
Wow. Okay. Deceit does not profit on the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from an evil death.
So I'm trying to save you, right? So the houses and the properties you're trying to hold on to and make payments on, You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to lose it anyway. So in righteousness, I'm trying to save you because, especially you elders, if you lose your governmental support, most of you will die.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the SSI goes, you know the welfare going, and the food stamps going, and the food banks is already full of people trying to get that.
Mm.
Then when you can't make the payment on the house, you know they coming to repo it for free. This is what's coming. They're coming to repo your house the moment you can't make a payment. Get out of it now. Because they want to own all the land to reshape the cities according to what the new vision is for the destruction of the nation. That's what they doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
The righteousness of the perfect man makes straight his way, but by his wickedness, the wicked man falls.
So this is another saying. So the righteousness, right, of the perfect man. Now, is that man perfect? No. But that man has integrity, he has loyalty, and he is diligent about going according to the instructions. That's a perfect man. Abraham was perfect because he served with diligence and integrity, right? His words were straight, his agreements he met. He was a person who did it with integrity. Abraham was perfect. It makes the way straight. The fastest way between 2 points is a straight line. The wicked man always twists up, stumbles up, falls down, and can't get up. You're about to see what happens to the wicked now because the entirety of the world is in decline from its wickedness. And it's declining with you in it. You're not going to float to the top, okay? Think about when the towers came down.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there was a story. One guy said he surfed on the rooftop and was managed to survive on a slab of concrete because it was slowing down as it collapsed. Fraud. You're not going to be able to float to the top or safely make it in the collapse. The nation is declining. It's collapsing like the Twin Towers. If you in there, you gonna die too. Continue.
The righteousness of the upright delivers him.
So the obedience to the coming out, to building the kingdom, will deliver you. The obedience of the coming out, getting what you can, being ready, being set. You're going to be here in 4 weeks, give or take, right? Because the faster we get the money, the faster you can come out. Because I'm giving 4 weeks because of the appointments and the dates the Most High has given. But that does not mean that Ali will remain there for that amount of time. Ali may come out and we have other things to do. He's ready. He's ready. He's going to come out with whoever's ready. The rest of you may still be getting ready. You still have the whole month to come out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. The righteousness of the upright delivers them, but robbers are caught by their own retribution.
So the robbers, okay? What I ask you to send of what the Most High blesses you with is the Most High's portion anyway. Whether you understand it or not, I'm only asking you for the Most High's portion that belongs to Him anyway. Anything after that you understand is an offering of thanksgiving or an offering of need or a demand for the development of the kingdom that is needed. And you give based upon whether you will or you won't, and let the Most High deal with you from whatever. Okay? But the initial offering is demanded. So if you don't give that, you're already a robber, and your robbery is why you die. It's why the judgment comes upon you. It's why the punishments are coming upon you this way. Continue.
Okay. When a wicked man dies, his hope perishes, and the hope of those who do wrong perishes.
So when the wicked dies, everything he hoped for is gone. Everything he believed is gone. Everything is gone. He is in despair. And when the wicked, right, and those who do wrong, they die too. So everybody with the wicked man and around him and supporting him will die together.
It's so crazy because people doing, you know how you always talk about don't speak bland words, especially when you're praying. You know, don't speak no bland words. Don't be
Perfidious.
perfidious. You know, and you cry out and you cry out, oh, deliver me, oh, Most High, make me free, oh, remove me from this wicked place, remove me from these wicked people. And then he's giving you instructions on how to be delivered, and you won't accept it, you won't take it because it's not based off of the imagination that you've created within yourself for it to be done. You want him to do it the way you imagine it to be done. And then you're like, oh, he's not answering me. Oh, I'm not hearing from him. Duh, he's speaking as clear as day. You just don't want to hear and do what he say for it to be done. Is that what, wishful thinking kind of mentality?
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. See, I once walked that way, so that's why I'm recognizing by reading this that I really lacked some serious sense.
Special.
I was
So
special.
We all were special.
Just so special, so special, so special, so special. My goodness. Here's your opportunity. Better not miss it. Better not miss it.
Okay, read the next line.
The righteous man is delivered from trouble. A wicked man goes instead of him in his place. Oh my goodness.
So this saying is about your redemption. So what's going to happen is the Most High is going to exchange your place. Okay? The nations are falling so you can rise up. In your coming out, he is sending them in instead of your place. And your giving up of your wealth for the building of the kingdom and for the growth of the nation and for the saving and the redemption of your brothers, your sisters, and your land, the other nations and their lands will be consumed, destroyed, and brought down. Jerusalem rises, they go to war, destruction, and plague, and everything else. Jerusalem rises, right? Arise, Zion, for your light has come. Your wisdom has been restored to you. So we're going to raise up Jerusalem now from the ashes by buying one piece of land back at a time and developing it and growing it. Okay? We have a complete instruction to do so. You have to take the money that you got there and get out of it, turn it into cash, and transfer it over so that it can be here, converted, and now you take back your possession and you become righteous by obeying these actions. And the wicked nations go in your place. The people of the wicked nations go into destruction in your place. The people in the wicked nations go into destruction in your place. You, in your actions, are now found innocent. You will have repented, restoring Zion, rather than have died by being a robber and not obeying your father's instructions, keeping the wealth you made in the nations for yourself. Continue.
The deceiver harms his friends with his mouth, but the righteous are saved through their knowledge.
So the deceiver wants to keep you where you are and hoping for something else to deliver you. The righteous person is delivered through hearing, right? Acknowledging the information that they are hearing from the word of truth as true, and then doing it in the world, becoming the truth, their knowledge. Okay? So you now have gained the information, you still have to perform the acts. If you don't perform the acts, then you listen to the deceiver. Doing and not doing is a choice.
Right.
Not doing is rebellion in the eyes of the Most High when he says do. Okay? You didn't listen to the Most High when he said do not commit fornication. Now the Most High says do this, build the kingdom and give the money, and then you don't do that. So you commit fornication and then you don't want to build the kingdom, and then you wonder why you die. Right? You have sex. You have sexual relations with people when he said, don't do this outside of marriage.
Right.
And then he says, come, let us build the kingdom, buy back your forefathers' land and share with your brethren and grow. And you say, nah. And you wonder why you die? Okay, no problem. Moving right along.
In the good of the righteous, their city rejoices.
See? You formulating, you're buying a city. This is what we're doing. So he says the righteous rejoice in their cities. So I'm telling you, we're taking a possession, we're buying land, we're moving in, we're living on it. This is building a city. The righteous rejoice in this. So those who obey, the righteous who adhere to the knowledge that I'm giving you, will come out, give, and live, and rejoice in the city. Right? You rejoice. So instead of you worrying about going down to the liquor store to buy a bottle of wine, we're going to have barrels of it
Right.
at the house. There's more you can drink, you don't even want none. It's just sitting here. It's too much for you to even fathom what to do with. You're going to see. You're going to have the wealth now. It's the wealth exchange, but it comes with work.
Wow. But in the perishing of the wicked, there is joy.
Told you. In the perishing of the wicked, there is joy. So the fact that they're going down, I know we are coming up because I'm here. I'm tasting it before you get here, right? I'm carving out your spot. I'm lining up the families to join in with you. I'm telling you, everything is in place. There's joy. The only thing you have to do is make a money exchange and accept the work that's here. There's plenty of work to be done. Not vacation, you're moving. Oh no, I'm moving in with the righteous. I'm not going down with the wicked. I'm getting out of here. It's your time, it's your turn. Continue.
Oh my goodness. In the blessing of the righteous is the city exalted.
In the blessing of the righteous. So, in the people doing what is right, the blessings become the crown of their heads, right? That blessing flows throughout the city, the place where they live, and the place becomes exalted. Everyone knows those people, the best people. Those people have the best food. Those people have the best fruit. They make the best products. These people, they are the people. They know the ways, the customs, and the traditions. They different. You exalt the city. Welcome. For those of you who are coming. For those of you who are not coming, you're looking from the sidelines. Don't worry. I'm going to watch you from the sidelines too.
But by the mouth of the wicked, it is uprooted.
So your cities, you see America coming to collapse. It's because of the mouth of the wicked. You got wicked leadership giving corrupt instructions, and it's going down. It's not going up, right? The nations are headed to war. Do you know? Let me explain something to you, because some of y'all are a bit confused. Okay? When the righteous man appears on the scene, right, and the Most High wants to get his nation together, he does the same thing. He doesn't change. He causes the enemies, the larger and greater nations who would oppress them, he causes them to fight amongst themselves. You know, it was just a year ago, before the Ukraine war, about 2 years ago, Russia was on G7 and they was having a meeting. Everything was smooth. Now, we're getting ready to go into the land and everybody's got, oh, I'll get these nukes out. Pull them out. Yeah, we getting ready. We'll blow everything up. You'll be glowing in the dark. Yeah, continue in your way. You have to come down for Zion to rise up. Continue.
He who despises his friend lacks sense.
Now, I already went over that, but yeah, the man who despises his friend, two friends, they were friends yesterday. Something happened, and now this one talking dirt bad about the other one. The one that's talking dirt bad lacks sense, but the one that's silent, he has understanding. Continue.
But the man who is understanding keeps quiet.
Right.
The informer reveals a secret, but the one who is faithful in his spirit keeps a thing concealed.
Right? So you can't become a judge if you can't not talk. Whether the thing be true, right? So if you, you got to discuss people's personal private business, and though the thing is true, you discussing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a true thing, but you discussing it with people it don't need to be discussed with. You can't be a judge. That's difficult. That I have to say it very straightforward because I can't even give you an example. Okay? All the matters of judgment that are private or were to be forgotten were private and forgotten, and they can't be revealed. So I can't even give you an example. Next.
The informer.
You did that?
Okay, where there is no leader, a people collapse.
See? The people collapse and die where there's no leader. The Most High kill a leader and the nation crumbles down to nothing. They go into war, they go into famine, there is much destruction, there's civil uprising, ain't no leadership. But
deliverance comes with much taking of counsel. So
deliverance comes when you learn to take counsel, right? And there is a lot of taking of counsel. I receive a lot of counsel on a regular basis, right? I have my teacher for the customs and the traditions. I have my book for the refinement of the customs and the traditions. And then I have real life, day to day, everyday applications. There is much counsel and many peoples, because I have more than one teacher, but my main teacher appointed some other experts to help me. You see how that works?
Yes, sir.
So continue.
A wicked man does evil to a righteous man, since he goes surety for a stranger, and he hate those who put their hope in Allah.
All right, so this helps you to discern the wicked man. So the wicked man does evil to a righteous person because the righteous person supports and ensures the safety and that bad things don't happen to a wicked man.
Yes.
Okay? So the definition of a wicked man is one who does not walk in or keeps the laws, customs, and traditions from the sons of Israel.
Mm.
Okay? All the other nations were assigned to be wicked, and you're not even supposed to be out there with them. So the nations are wicked, and the children of Israel who out there in the nations are wicked. We'll be back. Okay, so we back. So you go for surety. So you have people who don't keep the law and you keep trying to help them. This is how the evil keeps coming to you. You're not allowing the evil thing to come upon them, and you as the righteous are now under an instruction to come out. So trying to help these people who are not coming out and who are not coming to serve the Most High, this is how evil things keep happening to you.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm.
You see that? It's going to surety for a stranger. Now remember, going to surety for a stranger is one of the texts I unfolded to you earlier in the teaching. I think it was chapter 2. It says, do not give sleep to your eyes. Get out from this. Okay? Get all of these people, especially of the sons of Israel and from the strangers, get out of these agreements with them. Sell your land, sell your houses, collect the money if you can, borrow, get gold and silver on credit, and come out with that. Because if you do not, the wicked man is going to win over you. Because you are in his land, you are under his control, and you're under his law. The Most High's law is appointed to this land and to us as a people in this land. You're not going to be able to use it over there. So that's how that works. So if you are righteous, even in your own eyes, but you go to surety for a stranger out there, this is why you're going to be punished. This is why you're constantly going to take L's. You have to let them fall. You have to pull yourself and everything that's with you out, just like Lot. Sodom and Gomorrah, the nation went down. Do you know in what time and season that happened in? It's this one. It's this same time. It's this same season. So now you're being called out by the angel, the messenger appointed to you. And you're debating about, oh, my son and my daughter, and let Babylon fall or fall in it. Continue.
A gracious woman shares in honor, but the mighty hasten after wealth. Ooh.
So a gracious woman shares in honor. What do you think she's sharing? She shares her husband, her household, everything. Food. We live together. She has a sisterhood among her. Right? And the mighty hasten after wealth. What's the difference between profit and wealth? Profit concerns money. Wealth concerns land and cattle and food production, resources in abundance. This is how you have might. Right? So when I went and bought land in Israel, this was might.
Yes.
When I had sheep and I got sheep in Israel and I began growing our own food in Israel, this was an exercise of might.
The wicked man, a kind man provides good for himself.
So a kind man provides good what? Good food, good cattle, okay? Good clothes. He produces good for himself. So if you have to go to the store to buy these things, you're not kind. You can't show kindness if you cannot produce good, right? Producing good. Good what? Good everything for yourself. Again, continue.
But he who destroys his body is cruel.
So when you know that you're in a place where you cannot produce good for yourself, then you have to move. Because staying there under these people who give you poison food, everything is GMO'd and it's affecting you adversely, you're getting sick, you're dying, diseases, parasites, and everything else, you're destroying your body. You are a cruel person because you're cruel to yourself because you don't want to produce. Right? And you don't want to remove yourself from the people that are wicked because they're nice to you. They don't want to follow laws, but they're nice. And you're trying to, well, I don't want to be, And you know what? Go your own way. Do it your way. Be willful. Okay? Because you're being cruel to yourself. I'm telling you how to be kind to yourself and how to experience kindness from producing for yourself. Right? We're producing our own products, our own food products, our own fruits and vegetables, our own sheep, our own cows, our own camels, our own goats, our own pigeons, our own chickens. We're producing for ourselves. That's a kind person. This is Solomon talking.
Yes, he is.
And the cruel person lives out among the Gentile nations, right? And destroys himself with Gentile products, right? Killing himself. So enjoy. Enjoy drinking your poison water down there in Pennsylvania. Enjoy. Enjoy. In Florida. Enjoy all the stuff they make and poison you with. And you're a cruel person. You deserve what you get.
Wow.
Continue.
The wicked man does work of deceit, but the one who sows righteousness has truth as his wages.
So the wicked man does work of deceit. Okay? So the wicked man says, the government says it's legal to sell this and make a profit this way. And he does that work. Selling insurance. It's usury, right? The wicked man does the work of a doctor. He gives out bad medicine, right? Everybody get the COVID vaccine. The COVID vaccine is killing people now. Oh, it was a mistake in the COVID vaccine. There was an unknown reactant to some people. The wicked man works in deceit. Dr. Fauci says, so and so said, it's all deceit. It's all designed to deceive you. But the righteous man, let's take a look. He sows, that's planting, that's harvesting, that's farming. He sows righteousness in righteousness, right?
Yes.
He's doing what the law is telling him to do, and he has his wages in truth.
Yes.
What he receives the truth, that is his payment. He does it, and it produces good and health and benefit and wealth to him. Truth is his wages.
Mm.
He don't have to come up with a YouTube videos, 12 ways to get rich on the internet. He sits peacefully in his village in need of nothing. I got food, I got clothes, I got family. We do our little bit of work, we make sure everything is in order, and we grow and we gain more over time. We get another piece of land with another house, and some more people come and we show them kindness and we teach them the ways, and we grow. And we get another piece of land. Why? We own the cities. That's the truth.
Mm.
You are your own government. In this law, in the order as it unfolds out to you.
Yes.
Continue.
Just as whoever does righteousness is kept for life.
So whoever does righteousness, follows these instructions, is kept for life. Okay? Kept for living. So, continue.
So whoever pursues evil is kept for death.
So whoever does not do this instruction, right? And there's many levels, but I'm just dealing with the sons of Israel because they have to come in, learn, and do first. So the sons of Israel who don't participate in this is kept for death. The nations are going to receive the death with the sons of Israel, right? The sons of Israel who don't obey this instruction, they're going to die together. That's the way the prophecy unfolds. You do, you don't do. For me, I don't care. Continue.
Allah loathes the crooked of heart and takes pleasure in those who are perfect.
So what you say to yourself, the Most High is listening to.
Yes.
And he hates a crooked heart. So when Allah says, push these people away, they're no good for you, and you in your heart turn to the son that you believe to be good, that you want to save because you deemed him good, but he's not going to keep the laws. He's not coming to the land. He's not going to sow into the kingdom or build it. Allah says that son is wicked. He's a degenerate son. Withdraw yourself from him, take these things and leave. And you say, I can't do that to him because I love him. He hates your crooked heart because you have turned against his instructions. You will not serve. You will not do righteously. You now have gone for surety to the wicked. And when the wickedness comes, you've earned it.
stretches out the hand against his neighbor will not be acquitted of evil, but the seed of the righteous will be saved.
Okay. So the person who reaches out and does something unlawful to their neighbor will not be forgiven. There is no acquittal. The punishment is coming, period. You're guilty. But the seed of the righteous, those who convert to become Itzakim, right? In whose name the righteous seed will be called, and then they will be forgiven. You see? So this is what's going to happen. The children of Israel even going to start fighting among themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So there's no us against them because it's all these different us's. There's no unity anywhere.
Right.
So you're going to end up losing your sons. You're going to end up losing your husbands. This is the prophecy of Isaiah 4. And then you will sit and cry among the ashes of all the slain and wish you had done differently.
A gold ring in the nostrils of a sow, so is a woman who is beautiful, but whose reasoning is bad.
So that's it. That's the saying. So a gold ring in the nostril of a sow. So when you see all these beautiful women and they have poor reasonings, right? They're out committing adultery. They out here having fornication, unmarried sex. They out here footloose in the streets. She out here running her own household. She got bad reasoning. It's a gold ring in the nose of a sow. Just to say it.
Okay, so this word of wisdom is not a condemnation for women who's wearing the nose ring here
No.
on their nose.
No. Because,
It's a female pig.
yeah, it's a female pig. So the woman is an abomination. She's abominable, right? She's unruly. She was trying to be head of household. She has no sisterhood, no support, no nothing. And now she beautifies herself and she keeps attracting men, but she's sleeping with all of these men and she can't hold or keep a relationship. It's the gold ring in a female pig. She's beautiful, but she got bad reasoning. She does not have the reasoning of the law. She does not have the reasoning of the prophets. She does not have the reasoning of her father's house. The gold ring in the nose of a sow. Now, I'm only talking to the daughters of Zion. I don't care about the other nations. I don't care how whorish any other nation is. I'm only talking to my sisters.
Yes, please talk to him. Please talk to him.
You can be mad, okay? A white woman can go around and suck on every man that passes by. I don't give a hoot nanny. A black woman who does that is a gold ring in the nose of a sow. She is an abomination that looks pretty.
Ooh-wee.
She can be beautiful. She's an abomination. Pigs are an abomination.
Thank you for that understanding.
Okay? All pork is an abomination. Right? Now it has its place. Right? Like we can use pigs, but we're forbidden from touching the carcasses or from eating it. So they can be on the farm and used to till the ground and turn over the soil, but they're an abomination to eat or to touch after they die. It's, oh my God, it's filthy. Okay? So The daughter of Zion, who's out doing these things, she is an abomination. Gold ring in the nose of a sow. That's how we say it. We don't be like, she's a hoe or this. We say it this way to not be offensive, but to tell the truth. Continue.
The desire of the righteous leads to good, but the expectation of the wicked to anger.
Okay, so the desire of the righteous leads to good. So the righteous desires to what? Walk in their forefathers' instructions.
Yes.
The expectation of the wicked, because the wicked have hopes and expectations, and they want things to work out the way they see them working, they don't. It leads to anger. It will frustrate you, and then when you have failure, you're looking for someone to blame.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the righteous, he has guaranteed success. I buy the land, I own the land, I have the paperwork, there's no fight about it. I put the seed in the ground, I water it. These are my crops, I'm going to eat them, there's no fight about it. It's not GMO, it's not nothing because I grew it myself from the dirt. There's no fight about it. It produces gain, it produces goodness. Continue.
Okay. There is one who scatters generously, and he is increased again. But one who withholds from righteousness will have want.
So, this is concerning you and your intentions and your practices in giving. Okay? There's one who will give generously. He will not want for nothing. Okay? He will give and he will work and he will work and he will give and he will give and he will give and he will accept the process like I did. He will not want for nothing. He will gain and he will have. And then there's one who what? Withholds from righteousness. He does not want to give. He may give just enough.
Yes.
And then be holding on to something. And the Most High hates that. He hates it. He will be in want. He will always want something and always want something else. And then he'll be wondering why he can't get. But he never gives. Because you haven't given until you give above the requirement. First fruit, tithes, these are requirements.
Yes.
You haven't given until you give on top of these requirements. So Thanksgiving, free will, these are, when you start giving, it's above what is required.
So when you're thinking that when you give your tithes that you're giving, no, you're supposed to do that.
Exactly.
That's required of you.
That's a requirement. Your tithe is a requirement.
You're not doing something so special.
You haven't done anything giving tithes.
Oh
right?
my goodness.
You haven't given anything. You did what you were supposed to do. Now on top, so if you come in when the Most High gives you and you give a third, you haven't given until you get here.
Right.
And actually give for the building of the community from what you have as needed. You haven't given until after. The first thing you did was give the most highest portion to test him. This is so that you can see you can come in, you can live, everything is what it's supposed to be. That's the test. Right? It's the test of your coming out. You're now being tested that you will walk in your father Abraham's footsteps. Right? Literally. Right? You're coming into the land in which the Most High will show you. He will show you when you get here. So you have to give now and sow into that. And Abraham had to buy land as well in his coming out because he came to Canaan and people lived here.
Yes.
So you're going through the same steps and the same process. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So once you get here, then you get to see how you're giving. And like I told you, the one who holds his hands, because ain't nobody going to pressure you.
Nope.
I'm going to ask, and what I get, I'm going to work with, and what I don't get, I'm going to work with. All right? It's a work and a work. I work with what I got, and I work with what I don't got, and I work with it. In the end, I could tell because people who hold their money, they do the same thing. Ask my wife. Honey,
I'm gonna hurt their feelings. Don't do that.
honey, what happens when people hold their money back from the giving, from the building, and everything else? What they do?
Besides messing up
Mm-hmm.
and not be able to get into the land,
What else?
or they get exiled out,
Okay. She's seen it firsthand. They all
then
do
you
this.
get blamed for it
They do it every time.
every time.
They mad when I put them out after they commit their sin.
Because they don't see what they did wrong.
No, they see what they did wrong. They just trying to cover it up
Oh no, they don't see it. They don't see it.
with Babylonian laws, as if you got put out
They ain't reading our damn scripture.
of righteousness from righteousness. Nobody told you to come in and go lie up and bring in the white woman and then
Or try to hide the white woman like you ain't.
and smuggle her in. Listen.
What's done in the dark comes to light.
So, and then they get their little monies and they be holding it back and they be trying not to do what the Most High said because they can't have the possession the way the white woman sees it. But the white women don't live in tribes. They don't. They have their own people. They have their own system. They have their own laws. They have their own way. They don't understand tribal life where we live all things in common. Everybody gets a fully furnished house. Everything you need is in it. Everybody. You arrive into your place is furnished. You have a heater. It's prepared for winter. It's prepared for summer, fall, blankets, sheets. It's fully furnished.
Mm-hmm.
You have no need of nothing. All right, we'll be back. All right. Let us continue.
The blessed soul will become fat, and whoever teaches will himself learn.
Okay, so the blessed soul will become fat. What is this fatness? This fatness is not obesity or overweightness. This fatness will become its enlargement. He will possess land and homes and houses and fields and flocks. Okay? And the one who teaches is still a student. Right?
Yes.
I am forever under the guidance and teaching of my teacher. So it does not change. So the one who teaches also learns. The moment you cut yourself from your teacher, you cut yourself off from life and from good counsel. Right? My teacher teaches me in this way. I'm teaching you in the same way that you may have the same possessions that I have. Well, not mine. You have your own, but it's the same. Everybody gets in land. Everybody gets the flocks. Everybody gets in fields. Okay? Continue.
Whoever withholds corn in the time of distress will leave it to his enemies, but
Hold on. So whoever withholds corn in the time of distress. So whoever doesn't share in the time of famine will leave everything to his enemies. So the famine has arrived, and I'm telling everybody, come, we have to pull in and make one pocket. Share the corn. I'm sharing my birthright and my inheritance and what I've already acquired with you. You have to come in and you have to share all you have too, so that we can make it through the distress, the famine, the war, wild beast attacks, and everything else the Most High wants to pour out upon the wicked. You see? That's the saying. That's what it's explaining. See? So the saying, whoever withholds corns in a time of distress will leave it to his enemies. So whoever doesn't work for the collective, work for the whole, join the whole, give for the whole, will end up losing everything to the enemies because the whole will withdraw from him. Like you are leaving family and friends behind, you're withdrawing from them so that you can have preservation and righteousness. If they change, they can come too. And nobody locked them out. They decided not to until the time that they couldn't. Then they wish they had left. But it's too late then. Continue.
But blessings will come to whoever sells.
Blessing comes to whoever sells. So when I say sell all your goods, come and reinvest in the land, we collectively are opening a supermarket. So we still are selling. We are still conducting business in the thing we are producing for ourselves. We get the seeds free from the plants that we planted.
Right.
Putting them back in the ground, it was a little bit of sweat, and we added a little bit of water. We own the land. This is now giving us prosperity. We are selling food. People are always going to buy it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Get your oranges. You grow oranges. Take these oranges. Make everything you can with these oranges. Make orange cake. Make orange pie. Make orange chicken. Yeah, get these oranges together. Same thing if it's apples or any other fruit or vegetable. Make the most you can. Make it delicious. Sell it to the people. Oh, we don't know how to cook this. Cook it, serve it, give out free samples. Next thing you know, they ordering it from you all the time, and now somebody else trying to grow it. Continue.
He who is quick to do good seeks favor, but he who seeks evil, it comes upon him.
So the person who is quick to do good seeks the Most High's favor, right? You're trying to gain his favor by not delaying, not stalling, not procrastinating, not waiting. You know the instruction and what is right to do now. No further delays are necessary. But the person who seeks to do outside of the Most High's instruction and alter and change, evil comes upon him. You can ask Lot. The Most High said, go to Zoar. He said, let me go to this other mountain. And destruction. I keep saying it all the time. You can't change the instructions. You can't alter them.
Nope.
Not to your own benefit. Nope. It's only to your instructions. It's only to your destruction. Continue.
He who trusts in his wealth will fall. Oh my goodness.
And continue that.
But like a leaf, the righteous flourish.
So I told you we planted the tree of life, and the righteous will flourish like a leaf upon the tree of life. See, the tree grows up, it gives its first leaf, it springs up. You know, the first you plant it, you get a leaf.
Yeah.
It will flourish like a leaf. See? So I don't even have to explain that one. If you didn't get it, keep your money in your bank accounts. Keep it right there. Right? And the Most High gonna come and destroy you and your money. If you don't come out and do what I'm telling you to do, there's no salvation. Continue.
He who troubles his house will inherit the wind.
So the person who troubles his house, right? The son who does not wish to walk in these instructions of his father, his inheritance is the wind. The Most High is plucking the righteous out, and those who stay and even try to preserve their sons and their children and all of that, the Most High is going to take all of that and destroy all of that and mash it up. They're only going to get the wind. Right? They don't have nothing to pass down. They have nothing to pass on. And when they pass away, the only thing they give up is breath. You give up the breath of life. So I'm trying to help you. Continue.
And the fool will be slave to the wise of heart.
So the fool is in captivity, slave to somebody who is wiser than him. I'm not in captivity. You are, but I'm trying to change all that to make you wise of heart and let the nations now go into their promised captivity. You're going to have to do it this way. Continue.
The fruit of the righteous is the tree of life.
No. Because when I said it, at first, everybody thought I'm being deep. Oh, that's deep, brother. I told you, I'm sick of splashing around with you in the shallow end of the pool.
That's why it's deep, because they're in the shallow.
And now we in the shallow end of the deep end of the pool, right? And I talked about this. We are planting the tree of life here. It takes 600 some odd years to reach maturity.
Sure did.
And you don't believe. Now Solomon tell you, and this shows you, right? Me and my father, I think like this now. I don't think like you. So read it again from the beginning.
The fruit of the righteous is the tree of life, and the winner of his soul is wisdom.
So wisdom has caused him to succeed, or them who walked in this path. This is talking about my son. My son, he's the champion. He is the victor. Follow his instruction. He is trying to get you, the righteous, to now plant the tree of life. I told you. I said it. Oh, it's deep. It's only deep because of where you're used to swimming.
Yeah.
Okay? If you go to the beach at the ocean and you go to the local pool, you think the local pool is deep.
Yeah.
Until you get out there in the ocean. And I'm trying to take you so far out, you can't even see the land of captivity no more. I'm taking you out into the deep. We going out here. Okay? We have to cross the Red Sea. This is the crossing. These decisions that you have to make now, these decisions will deliver you because the tree of life must be planted now in the summertime. Continue.
Behold, the righteous man will be put in possession on earth,
Hi.
but the wicked and sinners will be destroyed from the earth.
Bye.
There it is.
So don't
There it is,
one leave in the earth of the wicked and sinners. I'm
You
trying
want to come build here? Fine.
to rapture away.
You don't want to come build here? No problem.
With your clothes, you're hanging on the steps, right?
Yeah, rapture away.
You don't want to come build here? Fine. You don't accept. You don't want to do right. You don't want to nothing. No problem. I don't care. You're gone. Right? The survival I'm building now is for a time. This doesn't end. Because by the time the rest of the planet figures out and their plans fail, and they got plans for a while and resources for a while, but when theirs run out and things are going down because they busy fighting because it gets more and more aggressive and they get more and more, these feuds don't disappear, the revenge don't disappear, they're going to be fighting. We'll be building until they come here because they need what?
Food.
Food. And then in order to get the food, you're going to have to live here. You're going to need to work to take something out, right? You want to take food from here and reestablish your country. You got to work for that, playboy. Oh, but while you're living here, you're going to, my house, my rules. You have to keep my laws, customs, and traditions. If they can accept the correction, if they can accept the instruction, they get the opportunity to go back and rebuild their countries under the rule. Continue.
No, that's the end of 11.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much, the righteous be in the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and the unrighteous go.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
And it's not you go. So if you interested in going to Gehenna, go ahead. It is what it is. My job is not to convince you to walk in righteousness. My job is to call the righteous out from the wicked to walk in righteousness. There's a difference.
Yes.
I'm not responsible for converting nobody. Wicked is wicked, and you can't change him. Righteous is righteous, and you cannot change him either. Up until now, until you heard this video at this time, you have had no opportunities to walk in any amount of righteousness as instructed by the law, the prophets, and anybody else. It was not possible. Now it is possible, and you got a choice to make. And the choice you make, yes or no, from the beginning, closes your fate. Pharaoh refused Moses the very first time. He saw the promise of that first refusal at the end, not in the beginning when he first refused it. So he went through all the plagues. And after the plagues and the children of Israel were leaving, he then saw the death of his son. At that moment, it was at the end. So you're saying, no, now, and all these wicked things, that these evils that I'm saying will come upon you for your decision. Say no now. You will see some things in the process, but you will receive it yourself in the end, in your end. Because, when you die, it's over for you. It's not my problem. You were never going to come and going to build. You were never going to do right. You were never going to be righteous. You were wicked. You were always wicked. Your beliefs were wicked. Your thoughts were wicked. Your hands did wickedly. You spoke wickedness from the abundance of the wickedality that was in your heart. And the righteous are going to silently nod their heads and make their moves and come out. They're going to give abundantly and come out because they understand this is for survival. And there is no survival in any place else. If you're in America, this place is full of violence and corruption. If you go get a bunker, how long do you think it is before they break into it?
They thought that far.
They made the bunker, right? So if they can make it, they can break it. That goes for everything. Nothing is impervious. Nothing. It's difficult. It ain't impervious. You go in that bunker and you can have all that food. You're going to be dead with it. They're going to go in the bunker, kill you, everybody in there, and still come out with the food. Or say your bunker is super duper hidden and nobody find it. And you go in the bunker and you eat all the food. When you come out the bunker, ain't gonna be no food. That's another problem. Now you got no food, nowhere to go, everything gone. You're gonna die because nothing. Okay? No food.
None.
All right, so it is what it is. All right, so that's it for today. We're doing one chapter. That was just what?
11.
Just chapter 11. And we reviewed chapter 10 from yesterday. Okay? So you guys enjoy this. I have to finish up with these instructions and prepare to do this instructions and get this out to you so you can have it by tomorrow. And we'll do 12 and 13, I think, on Monday, inshallah. We will see. Okay? You never know. I might get a check tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And have to go out and make some moves and, we just one check away. One check. We one check away from buying the land. Then I got to get my teacher here. We got to get my friend, the engineer, and we have to draw up our budgets, our plans, call together the team, and move forward. Because we have a business, we got to hire managers. There is a lot to do because we will be hiring predominantly about 70% Jordanians. Everybody is from the village that goes to work in the supermarket. You're not going to be working on the same level with the Jordanians. I'm just telling you what it is. Am I lying? I'm not telling you. I'm saying what it is. So it is what it is. I just want you guys to know and to understand the truth. This is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it. We have to buy a van. We have to buy cars. We have to buy a truck. to deliver the vegetables to our store and pick up the other supplies. So we'll have a vegetable delivery day, and then we have another produce and other stuff day, and, dry goods. And so we have to get a truck, maybe two. It is what it is. There's a lot of costs, pay for the insurance and whatever other fees is necessary. You have to pay for the people who are assisting us. And we have to prepare a feast for when you arrive. There's a lot of hidden costs and hidden fees in this. Lawyers, attorneys, immigration. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this. So it's very expensive, but it's very worth it because we'll be locked in, solid. We'll be protected. We'll be Jordanians. We won't be American anymore either. We're just one check away. Right? When I say a check, I mean like a few 100,000 away. So we're going to get it. I know, because the Most High already promised it. So I know where it's coming from already. I have an understanding. So anything above that is just going into the bonus round. It goes into your benefit for you who don't have, see trouble, and then want to hop on a plane. Be a brother. Can you be a brother under me? I'm stranded in the airport. That's how that. Am I lying?
No, he's not.
We lost in the land. We ain't got nothing, man. I know what to do, man. Come on, man. Somebody gotta help me, man.
You just sound like Terrence Howard.
I'm just saying, this is what it is because
Help me,
it's what it is. Right? Ask them. I don't call anybody. I don't call anybody. I call if I get on the phone, I call my teacher. Right? I call my friend, the manager of this building, and that's it. I don't call anybody. Right? Because folk act like you need them. I'm not the one in need. So if I call you and try to help you, you think I'm trying to sell you something. So I don't call. I'll take what Jeremiah said, withdraw from these people. So I withdraw. I get the phone call when you're hungry, when you're homeless, when you're trying to escape Babylon and you ran out of your resources. My phone always rings.
Or you're trying to save your resources.
When they get down to the last, they call.
Yeah.
When they can't see their way out or how they're going to get to a certain jump point, they call.
Yeah.
Right? So that's how it is. Right? So there'll be those that come that don't have. I still got to give them the same lawful option as those who have invested. And a lot of those that don't have will turn around and actually be righteous. You know what I'm saying? The Most High says they'll probably make up the majority. So that's our time for today. Anybody got anything else they want to say? No? How about you? One step at a time, one day at a time. I got to get these instructions out. So I'll see you guys on the flip side.